placement, yes. So throughout the month, we've been talking about the four P's of marketing,
Yes.
which are product, price, promotion, and today we're going to be talking about place. And when we talk about place, we're talking about how a product or service will be provided to the intended buyer. So where you can buy the product and things of that nature. So we'll be talking about that. We're actually going to be talking about that today. Lucas Culshaw is our guest, and we'll be talking to him a little later in a few minutes. But yeah, just talking about the placement in today's market, right? Back when we started, placement used to be we were all fighting for that distribution, right?
Right.
We were all going to Diamond because when we were printing out comic books and as independent publishers, our dream was to get into that Diamond, distribution guide
Yeah.
to be able to get into stores and things like that. Since we started, the game has evolved so much that not that we don't need Diamond, but we don't need Diamond.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Word.
We If you want to hit the stores nationwide, Diamond's still the way to go. You know, comic book shops still get that Diamond, distribution guide. They look through it and they
Right.
order books from there. But now with the internet, with Instagram, with Amazon, with Barnes and Nobles, with their online services, with Comixology, with all these, venues, we can distribute our books and we can make it accessible to the public
Yes.
in different ways.
Yes.
You've been doing that throughout the last month.
Yeah.
You've had your books up on Amazon. You've had your books up on Barnes and Nobles, and that's something that back then we couldn't even dream of doing, right? So that's what placement is. Placement is,
You had to
where
go through
where
a
we
whole-
provide the intended buyer our
Yeah.
product.
Back then, you had to go through a whole vetting process.
Oh man,
Yeah. It was
dude,
crazy.
yeah, and even you had to buy. Remember, you had to buy the ad in the book, and that
Yes.
ad was ridiculous, and all that
Yeah.
other stuff. It was insane. But yeah, I mean, how are you finding your distribution channels are working for you right now?
Right now, it's just Amazon.com and BarnesandNobles.com. I'm formatting the books for print. Working on finding a print-on-demand organization that's going to be able to give the quality that I'm looking for and also meet a specific timeline. Like, so for instance, if someone says I'm going to order it, it should be more than a few days to get it, So I just want to make sure that I find a company that's reputable to do print on demand. So I'm working on that because I'm not planning on doing any like bulk printing or anything myself. And when I decide to do any appearances in the fall, that's when I'll have a few copies printed for that, but
Right.
nothing major.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, right now, for my books, and I've been very fortunate. The book is on BarnesandNobles.com. It's on Amazon.com. My Adventures of WonderDuck,
Yes.
and they're also on Comixology. So you can download the book through Comixology, or you can order hard copies through Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. So those are the I guess
So wait, so is it individual issues on Amazon or is it the trade?
it's a trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what size format is it in for Amazon to be able to print to order it in hard copy?
They're
6.25
by
by
10.15 by 125 or whatever.
Oh, so then
Comic book size.
So we gotta ask your boy how he did it
Yeah.
because the only options they give me is 6x9.
Yeah, see, the publishing house, which is Darkfire Press, check that out, darkfirepress.com. He goes through Ingram. Ingram is, you've heard of Ingram.
Yes.
So he goes through them. So they provide all of that
Ah.
for him. So whether
Well, I'm going through individuals.
exactly
Right. Yeah.
exactly. So
I'm still
I-
doing grassroots.
yeah, so I don't know if he sends them the files and then they reformat it, for printing,
Right.
or how they handle that. But yeah. So I mean, essentially, it's about placement. So even though we think, oh, we got it down, all right. So I got my book, right? I got my price. I know how much I'm going to price it at. I'm promoting the crap out of this thing. Now it's about getting it into the hands of consumers, and there are different ways. Obviously, like
Right.
when you're an independent, you're doing it one way. I'm doing it this way. And there are many different ways. Some people print on demand, like you're trying to do, and they do shows, and they go on to shows, and they do that.
Right.
Some people have local, and a lot of local comic book shops will say, hey, if you're a local artist, we'll support you,
Yeah.
and they'll buy a couple of your copies,
Yeah.
on consignment, and they'll say, okay, how much are you charging for the book? We make this much, you make this much, and you call it a day.
Yes.
Or some places like I think you had mentioned this on another show, where if it doesn't sell, we'll just give you back the books,
Right.
and that's it. It is
Right.
what it is. So yeah, there are different ways, but you got to make sure to see what works best for you. Right now, you're like, and you mentioned last week, you're in promotion mode,
Right.
so you're not really thinking. You're in the branding stage of your
Right.
products. You're not really thinking about where it's. I mean, you're thinking about it,
Right.
but you're not making any real moves
Right.
to get it there yet until you're completely ready for it.
Right.
Which is also a smart way to go. But as independent artists, and I stress this a lot, we are artists and we are creatives, but we also have to be businessmen.
Yep.
And we have to know what the business is, how to promote. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on Facebook and I've been talking to a lot of guys on Facebook, and today's independents are very savvy about how to go about these things. So, there are plenty of groups on Facebook. If you guys have questions about anything, there are plenty of groups on Facebook that you can join, that can give you those answers. There are, we've talked about it at great lengths here on Catch Da Craze. So tune in the whole month about how to go about certain things. And LinkedIn, which you spoke about last week, that's a great. I mean, I never even thought about linking with people on LinkedIn. Right. But it's about the kind of people that you're talking to on LinkedIn. This is more on a business side of it. You're talking to, people who make decisions.
Yeah.
So those kind of things. What are some of the things that you can that you would suggest for people to look into for distribution or for getting their stuff out there?
I'm so crazy, you so crazy, crazy. Who's the craziest? I'm so crazy, you so crazy, crazy. Who's the